No, I did not forget the password to my channel, but I just had to come back from the ashes like a phoenix and tell you a little something about RLCraft 2.9.2. No one likes long intros, so let's just get right into the video. Well, that again. You gotta appreciate the fact that this spawn in the middle of nowhere in the ocean feature has been in the game since day one. And it doesn't look like it's going away anytime soon. Boy, so much new stuff dropped that it will make Fox News look like the History Channel. I am talking new weapons, new armor, new bubbles, new recipes, new enemies, and some bad news. But we'll get to all of that sweet stuff, like right now, actually. New armor. There are a few new sets of armor that you can acquire in your playthrough, including, but not limited to, steel armor, sentient armor, living armor. There are a few more, but you shouldn't worry about them, they're a little hard to get and not that good. All three of those mentioned look pretty damn sweet, and they come with some pretty good uses too. Sadly, the only one of those armor sets that you should really be excited about is the steel stuff, since the other two aren't that great, as far as I know. Now let me tell you why the steel armor is really good. Basically, if you get a full set of it, you're gonna get the dragon steel buff, which gives you immunity to fire and 50% fire resistance. Absolutely wild. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is a good spawn. Now question is, do I wanna go there? Ah, fuck it. We are in, ladies and gentlemen. John Wick of RLCraft is back. While we are on the topic of armor set buffs, there have been a few more that have been added. For example, Deathform
Chitin
armor will grant you 50% dig speed. Marmix armor will provide you with +1 step height. Golem armor will give you repulsion and diamond skin. Now hang on to your butts, I will now explain what those effects mean. Dig speed is pretty self-explanatory, so we will just skip. +1 step height will allow you to simply walk over 1 block tall terrain, which, if you don't think is a big deal, is the most comfortable thing ever. So I highly recommend picking this up. Diamond skin will grant you damage reduction from all sources, which is pretty neat. And last, but most certainly not least, is repulsion, which, oh boy, will deny darklings from latching onto you, and any mobs that attack you will be knocked back a good amount. Oh, free food. I hate this fucking thing. Why are they still in the game? Hey man, you know why these things still in the game, huh? What if I give you a potato? Will they tell me now? Locksman. I took my potato, but no answer. Another, oh, he took that one. You know what? Another crazy change that you can experience right now is clicking that subscribe button, if you haven't already. Now back to the program. Some awesome changes and additions have been made to the RLCraft bubble system too. If you're currently standing, I highly recommend you sit down, because I got some good fucking news. I tell you what, the Stone of the Sea, believe it or not, is now easier to craft. Well, you still have to fish, but you won't have to learn the entire history of that sport anymore. Also, the Broken Heart bubble is now useful. Before, this fucking thing was a whole another enigma. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. And honestly, it felt like the effect of that fucking thing was put through an RNG machine. What I'm trying to say is, it was useless before, but not anymore, as you will no longer die if you still have hearts that are available, which is genuinely insane, so be on the lookout. These fucking locks, dude, I swear to god. More locks, dude, ooh, free hat. More fucking locks, dude, you know what? Another huge change in the bubble system is that the backpack, which used to go in your chestplate slot, can now be equipped as a bubble, giving you ample space if you're a loot goblin like me. Backpacks now add the encumbered negative status effect, which I think slows you down a little. And to equip the backpack in your chest bubble slot, you have to place down the backpack and then break it while crouching. Also, the horseshoe bubble has now been enabled. It will be a little hard to get enough XP to equip this bad Larry, but once you do, you will feel great accomplishment, my friend. Probably. Maybe. We had some good news, now it's time for some bad news. Locks are still in the game. Just for old time's sake, how the fuck you make the thing? I haven't played this game in like 3 months. 9 months, a year. One of those plays. Okay, no, never mind, I hate this. Good news! Now the lumberjack build is possible, since battle axes now accept both weapon and axe enchantments. So you can go hog wild with that now. You know what, while we are here, let me tell you about a RLCraft pro tip very pro tip. Okay, so what you wanna do is go to mod options, type in locks, yes sir. Click this config button, then do client. No, I'm lying. Go common. Yes, you see this? You type into, you just delete those two numbers at the end. Bang. What this will do is no more locks. New bubbles and a new mod that brings many more bubbles called artifacts have been added. All the new artifacts and bubbles can be seen on the screen right now. But what do you all do? I will leave you to explore yourself. All I can tell you is the way to obtain these are through rare mobs called mimics, which are mobs that look like regular chests until they are not. Okay, now people might call you a coward for disabling locks, but to that I say, let people enjoy the game the way they wanted to play. Trademarked. What is point of game if you not have fun while you play? New weapons! Very OP, but you can only get them if you dare to step into the lost city as I mentioned. So if you don't want to risk dying, you just have to take your wins with your losses. Admittedly, the weapons do look pretty fucking sick. Unfortunately, they don't look sick enough for a man like me to go into that god forbidden dimension. See how we make a shield. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna need some cobble for better shield making capabilities. There's a fucking bird. Are you kidding? Oh Jesus, this is my own private domicile and I will not be harassed, bitch. I fucked that up, but you know. I'm also going to mention some weapon changes, if you don't mind. You don't? Okay, let's go. Hands down the best weapon to go with now are the nunchucks, because of this bubble, which makes you into an arc slashing, meat blasting, the enemy shredding machine. Nunchucks have been my go-to weapon since RLCraft 2.9, so I'm glad these guys are getting a mighty buff. Oh, it's a swamp, dude. Not a good sign. I mean, swamps have always been dangerous, but now there's a new mob that has been added, which they look like frogs. Like very, very big frogs. Very big, angry frogs. Those frogs, whew, well, they give you poison if you even come close. I don't really fancy doing that. Oh, and also, you can now get an actual gun in RLCraft. It definitely seems better on paper than in practice, so my favorite use for this thing, so far, has just been throwing it in the fucking trash. Bang. This is fucking huge, dude. A backpack so early on. Although it is going to be a... Not sure what the encumbered thing does exactly, but it does something. And a pretty sweet addition has been added to the weapons, which is that you can now dip your weapons in potions. By far, the best use for this mechanic is putting teleportation 2 on your weapons to cheese battle tower golems. Let's go for defense. I think I should probably upgrade right about now. But getting the components to make this amazing potion can be a bit tough, so keep your wits about you. God, that's horrible. I'm gonna need a better helmet. That's better.